I tell family, we're back with another reaction video. Today reacting to Sacramento rap snitches exposed. Most of career in the paperwork. So Sacramento rap snitches exposed, career in the paperwork. Most of the time on this channel we react to drill music, crash out shit, you know what I'm saying? But today I gotta show y'all the other side of this shit too. So let's get into it. Shout out Cali War Stories.
Welcome back to another episode of War in Cali. And you see by this title, you see what this episode is gonna be about. We finna have a paperwork party. So let's get into these cases. Now it's snitches in every gang, every city, every state, and even in every country. So this isn't just a Sac thing, but with this episode, we talking strictly about Sac rap snitches and rap affiliates that snitch. Now I'm not the type to put snitch on anybody's name unless I got proof. So what you're seeing in this episode will be straight facts. Now Sacramento is a real gang-filled city with several Blood, Crips, Nortes, and even a few Serrano gangs operating out of several sides of Sacramento. Now I'm going to start off with the south side of Sacramento, known as Iraq, or just South Sac. This area is a big area in the city with many different gangs. One of the most known gangs in the city, and in South Sac, is the Meadowview Bloods, a gang that has been active since the 80s and one of the most prominent gangs in Sacramento for decades. The Meadowview Bloods claim two main cliques, 6900 and 665, and have numerous younger cliques under that umbrella. Meadowview was already known in the Sac streets, but by 2018, Meadowview would start to gain buzz off several rappers put known for the area.
I want to say this though, bro. Niggas snitching in Cali, like, that's tough. Like, alright, I'm from South Carolina, right? For those of y'all who didn't know, right? But where I'm from, like, they don't even color bang and shit. You feel me? So like, if you're in Cali, like, you will die for wearing the wrong Hanes t-shirt. So if you telling it, Cali is like, you better get the fuck out of Cali. Like, that shit gotta be way deeper down now. Like,
starting to get noticed around the world. Meadowview had rappers like G-Man, who was doing millions of views, and he even did a collab tape with now deceased rapper Briss. But you also had a lot of other rappers from Meadowview, like 10 Letter Gang J and 10 Letter Gang Trap. Now 10 Letter Gang Trap would start making noise around 2019. He would collab on a few songs with other rappers from his hood, but he got a local buzz with the song From the 10, with sets at over 400k views. Trap before rap was in the streets and did a bit in jail, so he started rapping once he got out and started gaining a local buzz. Trap became a known face, but not too long after his local fame started coming, two things would come out to tarnish his name in the streets. First off, let's get into his snitch allegations. Now word on the streets was that Trap real name, Tegan Scott, was a snitch after an incident happened over alleged robbery. So off this paperwork I'm about to present to you, you let me know if he a snitch or not.
My thing is, bro, they ain't even got into the paperwork for Buddy yet, right? My thing is, it's like, me personally, right? Let's say I'm with my partners and one on crash the fuck out. I'm telling on him. I'm not doing time for nobody. That's how I look at that shit. I don't give a fuck you, my grandma. Grandma, you done lived your life. Now go lay down. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like if you in the streets though, you know what I'm saying, you're a grown man, you're conscious, you're aware of what's going on around you. I'm not a street nigga, and like I said, like where I'm from, I'm not gonna say the streets not like, well yeah, the streets not like how it is in Cali and shit, right? But if you in the streets for real, do you know what come with that shit? So if you already know what come with that shit and you still telling, you a bitch. You get what I'm saying? I would tell, but I'm a 9-to-5 nigga. I'm a hard working nigga. I'm an honest living nigga. So I don't have to worry about shit how these niggas have to. You feel me? But if you in the streets and you doing shit and you go and tell, like, this is why the streets is unbeatable though. Cause if you a street nigga, you gotta worry. Let's say you do have ops, right? You gotta worry about your ops. You gotta worry about the police and your own partners backdooring you. Like, there's no wins in that shit.
Now from this paperwork, you can see the whole time, Trap keeps pleading his innocence, saying he didn't do anything, and the crime occurred in Yuba City, which is about 50 minutes to an hour away from Sac. From the paperwork, Trap says him and another man drove there because the man sells weed and was going to sell a pound to somebody. Now along off this, would y'all consider that snitching?
That's snitching. Like, he said, okay, he said I'm innocent and this is why we went where we went. But like, I mean, I don't know how big the case is. Like if it's a murder case or something like shit like that, and you mention some weed, they're not really gonna trip out the weed. They don't care about this shit no more. They want to hit you with that murder. You feel me? But he's still talking though. You see what I'm saying? Like if you in the streets, you can't say nothing. You got I wouldn't know who did it. Nah, what? Nah, that wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? You gotta play dumb and fuck. Even if they got you on camera, you supposed to just be like, all right, what my seal? You know what I'm saying? And that's a hard ass decision to make as a man, especially if you got kids, you got a bitch at the crib. You know what I'm saying? You like me, you love to eat good. You know what I'm saying? That shit over it. Yeah, ain't nothing but 100 buns of Snickers.
Because everyone in the streets put rat on him after this. Make matters worse for Trap, a video I can't post because of YouTube guidelines will come out. And let's just say, Trap must have been a real fan favorite in prison because a sex tape would come out with him and his baby mama. And let's just say, man, she had that boy bent over, putting her fingers up him. And she ate the groceries. So along with snitch allegations, he was facing gay ones as well. This made Trap fade away in obscurity, and so did his career.
Y'all think that made niggas gay? I mean, like, I do, right? But just for the sake of conversation or debating it, right? I think, like, I mean, it is a girl doing it, but as a heterosexual male, I ain't letting no female touch my butt. Like, that's... Matter of fact, can y'all see that? Y'all see that right there? You know what I'm saying? You can tell I'm freaked out. You know what I'm saying? But you like, if you're doing something JC wouldn't do, you need to talk to God about that. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Because I'm freaked out. You know what I'm saying? I'm freaky. But if you're doing something I want to do, but I think you went too far.
Career.
Too far.
And he would be dissed by enemy rappers from Oak Park. 3G would diss Trap in a song called Alive Ops, where he would say Trap was gay and got his booty ate. Trap will forever go down with a bad name in the streets off this. Now the next rapper from Metaview I'm gonna talk about is 10 Letter Gang Jay. He wasn't necessarily getting millions of views, but some of his videos sit in the 6-figure range. Now he was known for his flashiness, his persona on social media, and being popular in the streets. Jay had been rapping for a while, but his career was plagued by several stints in jail. He rapped Metaview hard as well, and often collabed with a lot of rappers from the area. He would be doing jail stints for gun possessions and intent to sell them, but he always somehow got out. And Jay always got out fast, even though some of the cases he was facing was fair cases. So it would be a lot of speculation over the years that Tim.
I ain't even got to see no paperwork for buddy. The feds don't play. You ain't being the Fed. Like, bruh, listen, I've only heard of like 1 or 2 situations with some old niggas that beat the feds. You not beating the feds, gang. It's too much resources them folks got. Like Pooh Shiesty, they literally, when Pooh Shiesty got locked up for that shit that happened in, I think, like Miami, they went through that nigga Instagram, saw one of the serial numbers on one of the bills, the money he was spreading, and then tied that shit to money that was at the scene. I don't think the state or the county doing that shit. I swear to God, I don't think they doing that shit. That's like deep in, and he's spraying that shit. There's an ass of bills they taking. Think about that. Hell nah.
10 Letter J, real name James Sykes, was a snitch, but with him catching another case, it was later brought to light. 10 Letter J was an informant, and from this paperwork, you can see it said James was a confidential informant for the ATF and was cooperating for leniency on his cases. Now 10 Letter J is now currently in jail right now, but you could say his career is over in the streets, and maybe his rap career is over after this as well.
But it's like, because we looking at it, okay, the title is Sacramento Rap Snitches Exposed, Career Ending Paperwork, right? That's what we looking at it as, right? But you also got to take into account, like, these niggas' lives, though. Like, their life is in jeopardy because of this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because in prison, is, from my never gonna go, by the way. But in prison, from my understanding, it's a hierarchy. So if you a snitch or a chomo, then you at the bottom of the list. You know what I'm saying? Like, they treat you like the state and the COs might treat you like poop. You feel me? But the inmates don't get no love, you don't get no respect. And then when he get out, okay, let's say he claimed meta something like that, right? Meta, I don't know. Y'all know what they said in the video, right? But he claimed it. When he come home, who he gonna click up with? Right. No wins in that shit.
Now the last rapper from South Sac and Metaview I'm gonna talk about is 10 Letter Gang Raider. Now Raider will blow up with the song from 2018, Wiggle Through Your Section, which currently sits at 3 million views. He would drop a few other songs, but none would do the same numbers as Wiggle Through Your Section, and him going to jail several times, he wasn't able to reach the same level as he was going to. Raider would do a lot of stints in jail, and even getting out of jail, of all places, he would be stabbed at a water park.
The Roseville Police Department says a search is on for a suspect after a man was taken to the hospital following a stabbing at the Sunsplash Water Park on Taylor Road in Roseville. Roseville police said a call came in of an assault around 7 o'clock yesterday evening. Officials say an adult male victim was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Anyone with information is asked to call the Roseville Police Department at 917.
Even Raider's little brother, Little Raider, would get snitch allegations and would go under the radar. Once released after another stint in jail, Raider would drop a diss song called Raider Free, where he would diss the Heights, which is a North Sac gang, which South Sac gangs were once cool with, but some of the gangs got tension now with each other. Now after this, popular Heights rapper D Steez will respond in his own song called Campaign Steez, 72 Hours, which he would go at Raider hard and expose him, calling him a snitch and dropping Raider's paperwork. In his paperwork, Raider's real name, Rashid Reed, will say that a man named Jeremiah robbed the person, and Raider would say he was telling him to stop the whole time. So clearly off this, you can see Raider snitch. He was a juvenile in this case, but he was in the streets, so that's still snitching. Raider still denies snitching, but as you can see, it's clear that he did it. Now that's all I'm gonna mention from South Sac, but let's get into another region of Sac called Oak Park. Now Oak Park are rivals to numerous South Sac gangs and been around since the 80s, and is known as one of the biggest and deadliest gangs in Sac. And just like everywhere else, they got snitches. Now Haiti Faye would come up under Mozzie and be attached to Mozzie, and Mozzie would help out his career. He would start to gain a buzz around 2020 and was known for his diss songs, and also being dissed by several other ops like CML. Now his paperwork will later come out against him. Faye's real name, Faye John McClellan, would get into a shootout. He would be questioned by the police, which he told them he had a gun pointed at him, and he also said it was a video of the altercation. He would tell the police that he also would not identify who did it, but he could tell the police that there was a video of it. So would y'all take this as a snitch, or that he didn't snitch? But whether if he did or not, his reputation was ruined after this paperwork dropped. Faye would even be dissed in several songs.
I don't know, because I've heard people be like they'll tell the police like, do your job. Hold on. There we go. They'll tell the police like, do your job, but he's kind of like, I guess you say he dry snitch, which is still snitching, cause it's like he didn't identify nobody, right? He didn't identify nobody, but he's still like, if y'all want to know who did it, check the recording, like check the footage. But it's like he could have just played that shit way smoother, knowing that they already gonna check it and they gonna look for footage anyway. So like he really just cost his down. So
by his enemies, and they would call him a snitch. Haiti Faye's career would go down after this, and you wouldn't see new music or him around his old crowd of homies no more. If you know the Sac rap scene, you heard of B.O.E., a younger rap crew from Oak Park that blew up around 2017, with the rapper B.O.E. Sosa being the face of the crew and also the main rapper. He was also co-signed by Mozzie, and him and his crew will have a wave in Sac Out of Point and in other places. Now B.O.E. rappers, B.O.E. Sosa and B.O.E. Mumu, have been known for more of their disrespectful lyrics and songs and their antics on social media. B.O.E. has much more members than that though. That brings me to B.O.E. 6-0. 6-0 has been rapping on and off for several years, but was never that consistent. But he has always been a loved and always a respected member in B.O.E. So I guess that's why even though he snitched, B.O.E. still accepts him. Now B.O.E. 6-0, real name, Deshaun Walker, was picked up by police June 2nd, 2017. He was picked up for stealing the car, and in his paperwork, he would tell the police that he was a B.O.E. member and he was from Oak Park, along with 15 to 20 of his friends. So 6-0 was...
Hell no. Well, I said hell no because he said that he was a B.O.E. member, right? And just because like the Ricos and shit that's been going around, that's why I said hell no. Like you trim, like you tripping. But I mean, as far as like out there, the gang shit deep. So it's like they have to identify you for your safety. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you want to go in a pod or a unit, but ask your ops. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. Let's see.
Tell the police that his friend Martin told him and several others where the cars were to steal. And 6-0 then told police that Martin had stole a car 2 days prior, and he kept on going, as you can see. So even though BOE 6-0 clearly snitched, BOE kept 6-0 around, and he's still around the same crew like nothing happened, still dropping music and hanging out with BOE in Oak Park. And if you see the video of BOE Mumu and BOE Sosa pulling up to Nightingale in Stockton to make fun of EBK Osama's death, BOA 6-0 was...
How do you... He not only told, okay, that he gang affiliated. I already talked about that, right? But then he said, you know, Martin or whoever the fuck stole cars 2 days later. So you just helped them with another case. And then just like gave extra, like, and more unnecessary information. You know what I'm saying? But it was really not like, yeah, he's snitch, yeah, he's a problem. Okay, cool. But my thing is, how your people still accept you, though? And I don't understand
was
now.
clearly right there hanging out with him. Now, our generation before the other two rappers I mentioned in Oak Park, you had people like Little Nick, Mozzie, and Poppy Chulo. Now, Poppy was a well-known rapper in Oak Park, and him and Mozzie around 2012 and 2013 were often doing music together. It was heavy in the streets. Poppy, real name Daniel Bush, and Little Rob, real name Robert Haynes, went to a party in South Sac, which is an enemy territory. At the party, they were running to enemies, which led to Rob and Poppy being shot at, which Rob would die from the shooting. Mozzie has often mentioned Rob in several songs, but Poppy was later questioned about the shooting, and he told everything. He completely snitched. Poppy told police a man named Dick shot Rob, which Dick was from South Sac. Poppy would even say he didn't want to shoot Dick for revenge, but instead wanted Dick to go to jail. Rob died in 2008, but Poppy was still around and still doing music in Oak Park up until 2014, where he was arrested for pimping, and Poppy was just released after doing over a decade behind bars. Dick, who killed Rob, was a minor during that shooting. Dick was released not too long ago, but off this, you can see Poppy as a snitch. Now lastly, I'm going to talk about an OG from Oak Park. He's not a rapper, but he's heavily known as being a Mozzie affiliate, named Gangsta Jeff. Mozzie mentions him and credits him a lot, but Jeff's real name, Jeffrey Connor, is a snitch. So let's get into this paperwork. Now the paperwork was internal beef in Oak Park back in the day. Now in the paperwork, Jeff says 2 Oak Park men were shooting at him.
This is something that's not related to this. I just thought about it, and I want y'all to tell me how y'all feel, right? If you tell on the dead, or let's say the dead didn't even do it, you just try to get the case up off you or off somebody else, is it snitching if you tell the police that my dead cousin did that? I personally think it's smart. You know what I'm saying? If or when I'm gone, if one of my niggas be like, yeah, JC did that, I wouldn't be mad. I'd be like, great finesse. You know what I'm saying? Great maneuver. You know, I wouldn't be mad at all. But that's just let me know in the comments how y'all feel about that right now.
And they shot another member named Peg, which he would say he returned fire. Jeff would then go on to describe the man shooting at him and the weapons they used to shoot at him. To make matters worse, Jeff then proceeded to tell the police he could take them to the shooter's home, which by the paperwork, he did, giving the police the address. And even with this paperwork, Jeff still appeared to be around Oak Park and hasn't been kicked off. And this incident is from at least 20 years ago. Now, we covered some people from South Sac and Oak Park, but now...
How? Like, it's like... I can't say how. I mean, yeah, I know how. I'm not gonna say no name, but I know a nigga from where I'm from, right? This nigga, he not big, but he kind of like buff. Like, he got that old man strength. Like, he, you know what I'm saying? He got, you feel me? But like he for a fact came home was like, yeah, I snitched. Who gonna beat my ass? Who gonna do somebody? So maybe all these niggas like that. Like, yeah, nigga, what? Act funny if you want to. You know what I'm saying? So shit like that, but
now let's go to...
If I was in the street and my partner told Not only did you like take all the honor of your name, but you gonna make us look bad if we still continue to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying?
East Sac.
That's bad.
Now, the politics in the last 10 years have changed a lot in East Sac. Back in the day, the East was united as one, claiming East Side Power Rule, with just several blocks rapping under one umbrella. But with the music and connections, East Sac put themselves in the beef they wasn't originally in. The East has three main areas, like Lincoln Village, you may know from rapper Sally Rue, who's a part of Mozzie, building the connection between Oak Park and the East. You also have White Rock, which has several young rappers from that area, which they also affiliate with Lincoln Village and Oak Park. But you also got Air It Out from the street called West Loma and East Sac. They once was affiliated with the rest of the East, but a fallout will happen, and this will lead to them affiliating with South Sac and several rappers from that area. You can also see Brisk rapping with Air It Out rappers. But just like the rest, the East has rap snitches too. Now CB was a female rapper from White Rock, and she gained a major buzz with her song, Knock It Off. The song currently sits at 12 million views on YouTube, but you guessed it, she also snitched. CB real name, Ariana Claiborne, along with a group of other people on the car.
I know she's y'all know, start with a D and end with a Ike. But it's like, I wouldn't trust my mama not to tell on me. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust no female, bro. Like, I wouldn't trust a dude. I wouldn't trust a male not to tell on me. But a female, bro. Then the police play mind games. Like, they'll be like, yeah, you looking at 35 years. Whole time you were charged, only care like 10. Then they gonna fuck around to tell them some extra stuff that they ain't even need to know, none of that. Like, oh, for real? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But trusting a female not to tell on you, it's crazy. This nasty work. I'm not gonna lie. Like, some of these situations, I don't even be feeling bad for dudes, bro. Cause like the dudes that like that's cool, they partners and they told and they came home. Like, you think they won't tell again? Right.
Car or pulled over by the police. Now in the paperwork, CB would say she wasn't going down for this and asked the police, did they ask Willie about the guns, a man who was also in the car. CB would then start snitching up a storm. She would tell the police that there was Willie guns, and she also would say that he shoved things under her seat. CB would say she knew it was Willie guns because she seen him with 2 guns a week prior to being pulled over. Then CB told the police, I don't want to go down for this. I have dreams, I care about my life. And as you can see, she wasn't made for the streets. She would later do time for a separate incident, but her career never recovered. But she's still dropping music currently, but not doing big numbers. Now Ayo Bub, a real controversial rapper from East Sac, many people have a lot of bad things to say about him, from his social media antics, and first thing starting off, many people call him a hood hopper. He was affiliated with White Rock and Lincoln Village, in Oak Park at a time, but later started affiliating with Air It Out and South Sac. But he got old videos on the internet and him dissing South Sac, so clearly stating he hood hopped. For a while, Ayo Bub had paperwork floating around and people talking about he was a snitch. But you know, the paperwork would come out, and you know I got it. Now this paperwork would come out when he was affiliated with the Mozzie side in Oak Park. He was arrested with an Oak Park member, and he would tell the police that the guy that he was with had a gun, and that he had nothing to do with the situation. I guess this might be the reason.
Hold on. Everything gonna come to the light. Now yo tell Donnie to show his juvenile too as possible. Your favorite rapper told on me, and when I get my Insta back, I'm exposing dead niggas dead homies. MGML K44. I don't know what that is. But
He switched sides, and he would go on the whole campaign, dissing Oak Park, Lincoln Village, and dissing Sally Rue. But Ayo Bub would also start affiliating with EBK from Stockton, which he would get into a situation with him going to jail, which EBK Young Jock and the rest of the EBK members.
maybe the original side he was on was some bitches. You get what I'm saying? Like, maybe they was soft. Bunch of them kept dying. They wasn't doing nothing for real. He was like, you know what? I love my life. Maybe I need to go click up with the Avengers. You know? Would you do that? I wouldn't. I would just get the fuck on through. I be saying it, if these people be who they say they is in their songs, it don't take nothing to move away, bro. People just be lazy and don't want to apply themselves.
Members will call him a snitch. Ayo Bub has been called anything bad you can think of. He's been called things like crossdresser, with videos of him wearing dresses, and even wigs. And even a video of him getting beat up in San Diego for dissing Dago gangs. But Bub even has been called a snitch by the police.
Ayo Bub.
Ayo, Bub.
Hey, but Bub was out here snitching. That's why he's free. Look at that gun we let him go with.
Oh, oh yeah.
He snitched. He snitched on who gave him.
Yeah.
We're gonna go pick up the 50 bucks.
Yeah.
Coming.
They said I snitched, yeah.
Bub still claims that he's not a snitch.
In real life. But if I tell, why they never go to jail and why I was in there the whole time, bro? Stop playing. Rest in peace.
Nah, I ain't. That. Shit. That's I ain't gonna count. That's the worst shit I ever saw. And them niggas probably lost their job over that. But see, look though. Niggas so dumb, right? You telling, and whole time the police know you doing some suck ass shit. You feel me? Like you telling, and then they not gonna protect you. Like they're gonna put your name in the paperwork. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna hide the shit, and they just made a video, and they like, oh yeah, he ain't. You know what I'm saying? But tell them how you. You know what I mean? Like, even the police be saying that shit.
Peace GP. If I was telling, I would have been PC. I was mainline the whole time, running fades. I ain't turned down no fades.
Now it's snitches everywhere, but this was just a video about some sack rap snitches. Off this, did everybody snitch to you? Or did some of these rappers?
Hold on. I want y'all to hear that one more time. Hold on. I don't want to hear nothing but he got to say. He tweet out.
I'm running fades. I ain't turned down no fades.
Now it's snitches everywhere, but this was just a video about some sack rap snitches. Off this, did everybody snitch to you? Or did some of these rappers get wrongly accused? Let me know in the comments. This will conclude this episode. If you haven't already, make sure you check them.
Shout out Warren Cali. That's the original creator of this content. Round Table Family. Like I said, man, I just had to give y'all both sides of the content that I be covering. Round Table Family, thank you for the little time been showing to the channel. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications. Thank y'all. Have a blessed day.